Three, two, one. What's up, guys? It's Nick. Today, I have something pretty interesting for you guys. It's the Maono Caster Lite, an all-in-one podcast production studio. It was designed specifically for streamers, podcasters, and just all-around content creators. We'll take a look at what this has to offer, the pros and cons of its features, and everything that's included within this package. We'll also give a quick dive into who this is for and how I would use it as a streamer and content creator. So let's just unbox it. Opening the box, you'll get a thank you letter for your purchase, which is something not many companies do, as well as all the paperwork and manuals. And below that, you get your product, straight up and simple. Taking a quick glance at it, aesthetically, it looks pretty cool. A few buttons, knobs, and sliders that we will look into further. Below it though, there are a few other things included. The Maono AU PM360 condenser mic with its stand, which we will test its sound later. A pretty interesting XLR to 3.5mm cable. An included windscreen pop filter for the mic, as well as all the cabling you'll need for this device. Circling back, I think it's pretty nice that they've included a microphone, its cabling, and even the windscreen protector in a bundle, making it a more complete all-around studio. You basically get everything you need from a single purchase. You'll also get three 3.5 TRRS audio cables, the USB-C to USB-A cable to connect it to your PC and charge it, and an adapter for your mobile device should you want to connect it. But let's throw everything aside and focus on the main guy. This interface works as a sound card as well as a mixing station, and at the same time, it looks pretty cool. The feel of everything is quite sturdy and great quality. Nothing feels janky or poorly made. It comes with 8 pre-programmed special effects, as well as 4 user recordable ones. On the side, you have 6 audio controls, from EQ to pitch changers. I'll be showing you all of these in a bit. On the top, we have the volume knobs as well as the gain and low, mid, and high EQ adjusters, which feel pretty smooth. And at the back, we have the I/O, which include a power button, a button to dim the lights, a USB-C port for charging and connecting your devices, 3 pod outputs if you're streaming on multiple devices, as well as the output port for speakers, the music port, which we will try with my phone, and a headset port that will allow you to monitor and listen to yourself. Now, here's the interesting part. You get 2 mic ports. Remember that XLR to 3.5mm cable? Well, this is where you plug it in. You cannot connect the microphone that requires phantom power, as these do not provide it, so keep that in mind. I'm really interested to see how well this mic works, as well as comparing it to my main microphone, and just for fun, my Scarlett Solo interface. Let's see if it can drive it. So let's start out with the included mic. The Maono Caster Lite is directly connected to my PC, and we're using Audacity to record. First, let me get this out of the way. Can you hear this? Well, the lack of shock mount and just by having it on my desk means that it will pick up every single little tap that I do on my desk. The way to get around this is by using a shock mount and a boom arm. But before we set everything up over here, let me show you why I'm not using my Rode Procaster to test everything out. This is what my microphone normally sounds like with my Scarlett Solo at near maximum gain. No edits in post. It's a pretty difficult mic to drive, and it needs good, clean preamps. This is what it would sound like with the Maono Lite. It's really low, and I will need to do some sort of editing in post. I was expecting this, and you can get around it by using a cloud lifter, but I don't have one, so let's get back to the Maono. And if you're curious, this is what the Maono mic sounds like with the Scarlett Solo. It's a cardioid condenser mic, which oddly enough does not require phantom power. I won't go into detail between condenser, dynamic, or even cardioid patterns, but you should know that for optimal recording, you should have the front of the mic facing your mouth. Peter Pickle Pizza pattern positive posture. But enough about the mic, let's go on to the interface. I'll be using my headphones to monitor everything, so let's raise that slider. I won't be messing much with EQ, so we'll leave those knobs as is around mid. However, we do need to set the rec to max, as I do think that's the gain. The other slider to the left is an echo, so basically I go from sounding like this to let's get ready to rumble! Basically, it's reverb. Onto the middle, we'll find the 8 pre-programmed soundboard effects, and here's one thing that I really dislike. You can't reprogram these. They're extremely generic, and you might find a use for them, but other than that, they are always there.
Can you feel it?
On the bright side, you do get 4 programmable buttons, and you probably heard this one at the beginning. 3, 2, 1. What's up, guys? It's Nick. And adding a new custom one is pretty easy. First, keep it pressed to clear whatever sound you've added previously. Turn loopback mode on, and then press the key again, and you'll see a blink, which is a sign to start recording. Remember to like and sub if you enjoyed the video, and then you just do this. Remember to like and sub if you enjoyed the video. Onto the vocal effects, the effect seems to be an automatic EQ. Pink for original sound, red for pro mode, blue for pop mode, and green for yelling mode. Pitch is probably the funnest one here, and it's the one that I'm most excited to use on stream. Basically, it changes your voice.
So red for female,
Green for male.
Blue for baby.
And pink for robot.
Music only seems to reduce the vocal part of a song by a few decibels. I don't want to get a strike, so I won't be testing this one out. Denoise reduces the background noise input from the mic, which is pretty good. Loopback is to route the music back into the stream. And sidechain automatically reduces the volume of the music and emphasizes and highlights your voice. Let's take a look into that. You'll probably notice that there's a Bluetooth symbol, and yeah, you can pair it up with your device. Choose your music of choice, and sidechain will dole out the music whenever you speak. So if I speak, you'll see that the music has been doled out, but when I stop speaking, the knob allows you to control both music and microphone volume. So let's lower the music, and then you won't be able to hear me if I lower the mic. Let's turn that back on so you can hear me. It even has auto-tune. So I can sing. So what do I think about the Maono Lite? Well, honestly, it's pretty amazing. The thing is only $100. You get a decent microphone and an interactive board that is feature-packed that will definitely change the dynamic of whatever you're doing. The soundboard and effects might seem a bit gimmicky, but whoever has a creative mindset will find a use for it. The sound mixing will be something that you find useful, whether that be controlling music on your stream or how you want your audience or viewers to perceive it. Being able to connect your device via Bluetooth or analog connection and having several outputs to different devices is pretty ingenious. Do I think it's for a professional environment or for someone that has already invested in audio equipment? No. And I don't think it's for me, who has already spent quite a bit on expensive hardware. But don't let that fool you. Being battery powered means that this is something very portable, and I think that's very important to mention. You can take this anywhere and you don't even need a PC. You can stream from and to directly to your phone. Sure, it's not the best microphone, it's not the best interface, but this is for someone that's looking for an all-around performer and can take use of how accessible it is. If you're looking for an audio setup for podcasting, streaming, or even making YouTube videos, I highly recommend it. If you're just starting out, this might be something that completely changes your dynamic. All in all, I'm extremely surprised and very happy with everything. Quick disclaimer, I'm not being paid or sponsored to say anything. Maono was kind enough to send in the product for review, and if I'm being completely honest, I think it's my favorite item to date. I'm really astonished and I can't recommend it enough. Now I just need to find a use for this in my streaming setup. If you enjoyed this video, remember that a like and a sub goes a long way. I hope I'll see you next time. Bye. It's so good.